The EU start funding us for a Dublin Rape Crisis Centre, working with refugees and asylum seekers. So it's why is the EU funding us for a rape crisis centre? What do they know that we don't know? Do you know what I mean? They know exactly what they're allowing to come over into this country.
There's always a great chance to have a national conversation in the aftermath of a tragedy. So a few months ago, we had a very awful murder of a young lady in the centre of the country, a teacher who was walking home from school. And we had a national conversation about misogyny and the terrible awfulness of Irish men and rape culture, and how young men had to do better, and how we had to teach boys to be better in Irish primary schools, and so on and so forth. And then eventually they arrested a suspect who, I should say, a suspect. He has yet to be convicted, but the suspect was from Slovakia, who moved here when he was 22, which sort of undermined the idea, in my mind at least, that a national conversation about young Irish men was a particularly helpful thing to have. And so in last week, obviously, we had these awful events in County Sligo, which was a great opportunity for a national conversation about homophobia and our attitudes to gay men. I mean, let's set aside here for 1 second the fact that the Republic of Ireland was the very first country in the entire world to legalise same-sex marriage in a popular vote of almost 2-1. So clearly we can't be that homophobic. We then had the Minister for Justice, the Irish Minister for Justice, a lady called Helen McEntee, come out and say that the crimes were a call back to an earlier, darker time that we had left behind. That's not an exact quote, but it's a pretty close approximation. And then a couple of days ago, the Gardaí, the police, made a breakthrough and they arrested, again, I want to be very clear, a suspect who has not been convicted as of yet, but their prime suspect, a very strong suspect, a gentleman who they allege, the police allege, committed these crimes out of an excess of Islamic zeal. So, I mean, when the Minister for Justice says, a hark back to a darker time, I struggle to remember any time in Irish history where gay men were being beheaded by Irish people. And once again, we have this kind of bizarre attempt to have a national conversation about the thing that isn't actually the issue at all. Because the real issue in this case appears to be how well we integrate people into our society if we accept to bring them here to begin with.
They will come again for votes. They will come again to the people. Right now, I don't know where they are. You know, they sold us out. They really did. They do not care about their own people. Obviously, they're making money out of flooding the country. You know, that's what it would look like, and that's all that appeals to them.
I'd say shame on every single one of you. Every single one of you have sold this country out, Sinn Féin especially. They've lost the support of the people of Ireland, 100%. 100%. Every single person in that doll should hang themselves in shame for what they've allowed to happen to our beautiful area. Every single one of them. Shame on them. People before profit, they're not people, they're profit before people.
It's Irish people who pay your wage. I don't think they should get their wages anymore. Do you know what I mean? That should be taken away from them. I think the whole thing should be stripped away from them because they don't deserve anything in this country. They're not looking after the Irish people. They're looking after the EU and the UN's agenda. And that has to stop.
Protect your people. We put you there to protect us and to do your job, you know. Like, you can't just flood the country with these people.
Look at what's happened to me and other victims, like, and it's time to open their eyes and wake up and basically see that this isn't about race, this is about keeping people safe. And there's a lot of unvetted men here now that in their mind they've grown up to think that it's okay not to respect women.
Well, tell us why you're here today. We'd love to hear your views.
Here today is about children. I've grandchildren. And I'm afraid of what's going to happen if they go out in the street and somebody will be attacked.
I'm here today to secure the future of the children of this country.
What does the future hold for the Republic of Ireland? If the politicians get their way, with all three political parties pushing for more open border migration, more so-called refugees, more unvetted, undocumented migrants? Or will the mothers of Ireland get their way, where once again they feel safe and free to let their children walk the streets of their own country? One thing's for sure, the women and the mothers, they don't look like they're backing down. There's definitely going to be a battle ahead.
If it keeps going on the way it is, our town won't be recognisable. Like everyone's kind of saying it's too late. People, no, you have to get up. We have to protect our country, you know. We have to protect our communities, our children.
I think if a fight is kept fought, you'll never be fighting a losing battle. And you have to keep fighting. You have to keep standing up for what you believe in. I want a safe country for my children.
We're not going to sit back and accept it. That's where the government made a mistake. They made a mistake by coming for our children, by bringing these people in here and making our children our children couldn't be safe. And you don't understand how much they've messed up with that, because I'm telling you now, women, we're not going to sit back and allow this. This is our children's future we're fighting for, and that's where they made the mistake.
People say to me, Dave, why are you wasting your time? Why are you wasting your time? This is my home. This is my country. This is my culture. And I won't sit back and see it wiped out.